Hello and welcome to day 75 of our journey through the scripture one day at a time. Today we are reading Joshua 15, 16 and 17. Let's go. Joshua 15. This then was the lot of the tribe of the children of Judah by their families, even to the border of Edom, the wilderness of Zin. Southward was the utmost part of the south coast, and their south border was from the shore of the salt sea, from the bay that looketh southward. And it went out to the south side to Malehar-Krabim, and passed along to Zin, and ascended up on the south side unto Kadesh Banner, and passed along to Hezron, and went up to Ada, and fetched a compass to Karkar. From thence it passed toward Asmon, and went out unto the river of Egypt, and the goings out of that coast were at the sea. This shall be your south coast. And the east border was the salt sea, even unto the end of Jordan. And their border in the north quarter was from the bay of the sea at the utmost part of Jordan. And the border went up to Beth Hogla, and passed along by the north of Beth Rabbah, and the border went up to the stone of Bohan, the son of Reuben. And the border went up toward Debir from the valley of Achor, and so northward, looking toward Gilgal, that is before the going up to Adonim, which is on the south side of the river. And the border passed toward the waters of En Shemesh, and the goings out thereof were at En Rogel. And the border went up by the valley of the son of Hinnom unto the south side of the Jebusites. The same is Jerusalem. And the border went up to the top of the mountain that lieth before the valley of Hinnom westward, which is at the end of the valley of the giants northward. And the border was drawn from the top of the hill unto the fountain of the water of Nephthah, and went out to the cities of Mount Ephron. And the border was drawn to Bala, which is Kirjath Jearim. And the border compassed from Bala westward unto Mount Seir, and passed along unto the side of Mount Jearim, which is Chesalon, on the north side, and went down to Beth Shemesh, and passed on to Timnah. And the border went out unto the side of Ekron northward, and the border was down to Siphron, and passed along to Mount Bala, and went out unto Jabneel, and the goings out of the border were at the sea. And the west border was to the great sea, and the coast thereof. This is the coast of the children of Judah round about according to their families. And unto Caleb the son of Jephunneh he gave a part among the children of Judah according to the commandment of the Lord to Joshua, even the city of Abba, the father of Anak, which city is Hebron. And Caleb drove thence the three sons of Anak, Shishai and Ahiham, and Talmai the children of Anak. And he went up thence to the inhabitants of Debir, and the name Debir before was Kirjath-sepher. And Caleb said, He that smiteth Kirjath-sepher, and taketh it to him, will I give Asthar my daughter to wife. And it came to pass, as she came unto him, that he moved him to ask of her father a field. She lighted of her ass, and Caleb said unto her, What wouldest thou? Who answered, Give me a blessing, for thou hast given me a southland, give me all springs of water. And he gave her the upper springs and the nether springs. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Judah, according to their families. And the utmost cities of the tribe of children of Judah toward the coast of Edom southward were Kabzel, and Edgar, and Jadgo, and Kenan, and Dimonah, and Adada, and Kedesh, and Azor, and Itnan, Ziph, and Telem, and Beloth, and Hazor Hadattah, and Kerioth, and Ezron, which is Hazor, Amnan and Shema, and Moladah, and Hazargada, and Heshmon, and Beth Palet, and Hazashol, and Beersheba, and Bizjothjah, Bala, and Lim, and Azem, and El Tolad, and Chesel, and Homer, and Ziklag, and Madmana, and Samsana, and Lebaoth, and Shilhim, and Ain, and Rimno. All the cities were 29 with their villages, and in the valley, Eth-Tau, and Zoreh, and Ashna, and Zanon, and En-Ganim, Taptor, and Enam, Jatmoth, and Adulam, Soko, and Azekah, and Shariam, and Aditham, and Gedera, and Gederotham, 14 cities with their villages, Zenan, and Hadassah, and Migdaga, and Dilian, and Misper, and Joktel, Lachich, and Boskan, and Eglon, and Kabon, and Latman, and Kithlich, and Gederoth, Beth Gadon, and Naaman, and Makkedah, 16 cities with their villages, Libnah, and Ether, and Ashan, and Jiphthah, and Ashnan, and Nezeb, and Killer, and Akniv, and Mareshah, 9 cities with their villages, Ekron with their towns and her villages, from Ekron even unto the sea, all that lay near Ashdod with their villages, Ashdod with her towns and her villages, Gaza with her towns and her villages, unto the river of Egypt, and the great sea, and the border thereof, and in the mountains Shamar, Jata, and Sokor, and Dana, and Kichtasana, which is Debar, and Anab, and Estemor, and Anim, and Goshen, and Holon, and Gilo, 11 cities with their villages, Arab, and Doma, and Eshan, and Janom, and Bet Takpo, and Aphekah, and Humta, and Kirjataba, which is Hebron, and Zion, 9 cities with their villages, Maon, Carmel, and Ziph, and Juttah, and Jezreel, and Jokdim, and Zanoah, Cain, Gibeah, and Timnah, 10 cities with their villages, Halhol, Betzor, and Gezor, and Marath, and Betanoth, and Eltekon, 6 cities with their villages, Kirjathbaal, which is Kirjath-jearim, and Rabbah, 2 cities with their villages. In the wilderness, Betaraba, Midin, and Sekaka, and Nibsan, and the city of salt, and En-gedi, 6 cities with their villages. And for the Jebusites, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, the children of Judah could not drive them out. But the Jebusites dwell with the children of Judah at Jerusalem unto this day. Joshua 16. And the lot of the children of Joseph fell from Jordan by Jericho unto the water of Jericho on the east, to the wilderness that goeth up from Jericho throughout Mount Bethel, and goeth out from Bethel to Luz, and passeth along unto the borders of Aki to Ataroth, and goeth down westward to the coast of Jephlethi, unto the coast of Beth Horon, the nether, and to Gezer, and the goings out thereof are at the sea. So the children of Joseph, Manasseh, and Ephraim took their inheritance, and the border of the children of Ephraim according to their families was thus. Even the border of the inheritance on the east side was Ataroth Ada unto Beth Horon, the upper, and the border went out toward the sea to Mekmeta on the north side, and the border went out eastward unto Tanath Shiloh, and passed by it on the east to Janohah. And it went down from Janohah to Ataroth, and to Narath, and came to Jericho, and went out at Jordan. The border went out from Topar westward unto the river Canaan, and the goings out thereof were at the sea. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Ephraim by their families. And the separate cities for the children of Ephraim were among the inheritance of the children of Manasseh, all the cities with their villages. And they drave not out the Canaanites that dwelt in Gaza, but the Canaanites dwelt among the Ephraimites unto this day and serve under tribute. Joshua 17. There was also a lot for the tribe of Manasseh, for he was the firstborn of Joseph, to wit, for Machir the firstborn of Manasseh, the father of Gilead, because he was a man of war. Therefore he had Gilead and Bashan. There was also a lot for the rest of the children of Manasseh by their families, for the children of Abizar, and the children of Helek, and the children of Asriel, and the children of Shechem, and for the children of Hepher, and for the children of Sheminah. These were the male children of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, by their families. But Zelophehad, the son of Ephah, the son of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, had no sons but daughters. And these were the names of his daughters: Mala and Noah, Hogla, Milcah, and Tirzah. And they came near before Eleazar the priest, and before Joshua the son of Nun, and before the princes, saying, The Lord commanded Moses to give us an inheritance among our people, brethren. Therefore, according to the commandment of the Lord, he gave them an inheritance among the brethren of their father. And there fell 10 portions to Manasseh, beside the land of Gilead and Bashan, which were on the other side Jordan, because the daughters of Manasseh had an inheritance among his sons, and the rest of Manasseh's sons had the land of Gilead. And the coast of Manasseh was from Asher to Mecmetah, that lieth before Shechem, and the border went along on the right hand unto the inhabitants of En-Tapor. Now Manasseh had the land of Tapor, but Tapor on the border of Manasseh belonged to the children of Ephraim, and the coast descended unto the river Canaan, southward of the river. These cities of Ephraim are among the cities of Manasseh. The coast of Manasseh also was on the north side of the river, and the outgoings of it were at sea. Southward it was Ephraim's, and northward it was Manasseh's, and the sea is his border. And they met together in Asher on the north, and in Issachar on the east. And Manasseh had in Issachar and in Asher Shean and her towns, and Ibleam and her towns, and the inhabitants of Dor and her towns, and the inhabitants of Endor and her towns, and the inhabitants of Tanakh and her towns, and the inhabitants of Megiddo and her towns, even 3 countries. Yet the children of Manasseh could not drive out the inhabitants of those cities, but the Canaanites would dwell in that land. Yet it came to pass, when the children of Israel were waxing strong, that he put the Canaanites to tribute, but did not utterly drive them out. And the children of Joseph spake unto Joshua, saying, Why hast thou given me but one lot and one portion to inherit, seeing I am a great people, for as much as the Lord had blessed me hitherto? And Joshua answered them, If thou be a great people, then get thee up to the wood country, and cut down for thyself there in the land of Perizzites, and on the giants, if Mount Ephraim be too narrow for thee. And the children of Joseph said, The hill is not enough for us, and all the Canaanites that dwell in the land of valley have chariots of iron. But they who are Bethshean and her towns, and they who are of the valley of Jezreel. And Joshua spake unto the house of Joseph, even to Ephraim and to Manasseh, saying, Thou art a great people, and hast great power. Thou shalt not have one lot only, but the mountain shall be thine, for it is a wood, and thou shalt cut it down, and the outgoings of it shall be thine. For thou shalt drive out the Canaanites, though they have iron chariots, and though they be strong. And that is our reading for today. I'll see you tomorrow as we read Joshua 18, 19, and 20. See you tomorrow.